Hello, everybody. Welcome to the next episode of the Dark Matter campaign, Dark Matter custom campaign. We made it through the Tatterdemalion pretty all right. We got through okay in one piece. Let's see how this one goes. This one is called Electric Nightmare. Do you see the changes? The changes are pretty simple. It says I had 9 experience, but that's because ARKHAM DB and the Daisy deck doesn't do shrewd analysis as far as I could tell. So let's worry about that later. All right, you struggle to follow the pace of the little girl as she skips and hops towards the small town. My name is Maya. My directive is to store and manage the information archives on the ship. She hastily explains that a few of her classmates and her were kidnapped from their school by the bad people on January 16th, 2045. That, for reference, is only, 24 years away? That's crazy. Their brains were surgically removed and preserved in a special experimental machine that eventually became the powerful supercomputer operating the Tatterdemalion Kate. As you walk through the town, it becomes clear that something horrible has happened here. Everything appears to be in disarray as if a riot has recently passed through. Freshly painted yellow graffiti depicting strange symbols and hieroglyphs can be seen. Everywhere are splatters of blood, spent shell casings, and pale-faced masks. There are no bodies, but you can hear the distant sound of screams, gunshots, and sirens coming from beyond the streets. Nearby is an overturned police car and a black box truck lying on its side. Huge claw marks have torn into the metal of the truck and its rear doors hang open. As you walk past, a radio from within crackles and sputters, then blares. Hello, Unit 12? Unit 12, is that you? Please respond. Maya clarifies that this virtual environment that represents Kate's dreams takes the form of the day they got captured, the day the entire world ended. Dang, I hope I make the best out of my remaining 21 years. What could possibly have happened on Earth in the distant future, or rather the distant past? You finally arrive outside of a large brick building. Maya halts and gestures towards it. This is where my friends are hiding. The bad people made us translate a scary story and make a movie for them. We didn't want to read it, but they made us. A few days later, Annie, the universal translator, Maya struggles to get out the words. There's a desperate fear in her eyes. You won't believe me, but I swear it was the Boogeyman. I saw the Boogeyman eat her. I ran away and searched the archives to see if anyone can help. After a long time, I finally found someone and called out to them. That's when you woke up. Now that you're inside our system, you can save us. Before you is a path leading to a pair of double doors, above which are the words Public School 187. Underneath, someone has written Haster Rises in yellow spray paint. An inhuman howl echoes through the halls inside the school, followed by children screaming in terror. Check the campaign log. Each investigator with 3 or fewer memories must read the desynchronization. An overturned school bus gathers dust on the school grounds. As you examine the vandalized windows, you notice a glimpse of your own reflection. However, you no longer recognize the person looking back at you. The frame, the distinct facial features, they all seem so familiar to you, yet you know this is not your body. You stare into the glass in disbelief. The face of your reflection morphs into a blank pale mask with no mouth, no nose, or eyes. The virtual reality you no longer recognizes your residual self-image anymore. The mental projection of your digital self has decayed into nothingness. You must add the desync weakness to your deck. This does not count towards your deck limit. All right, I don't want to say I'm mad, but I'm mad. Get this junk out of here. Okay, what do we got? Secretly add this card to your hand. You cannot trigger boom or boom on current actor agenda. Discard it. Okay. All right, continue to set up. Gather all cards from those. Set aside the Boogeyman encounter set out of play. This set is indicated by the following super fun icon. Randomly select one of the Act Public 187 to put into play. Remove the other 2 versions from the game. All right. Shovel, shovel, shovel. Bye. Okay. Set each copy of undefined room locations aside out of play, as well as the entrance hall, a shimmer in the wall. And then undefined room. So that's what those are. Undefined room locations. Put the school ground location into play. Each investigator begins at the school grounds. School grounds say The decrepit and abandoned school grounds are eerily quiet. Scattered around the building are dropped books, lunchboxes, and tattered backpacks. While investigating, this location gains +1 shroud for each clue on you. As a lightning bolt, if there are no more clues on school grounds, put the set aside a shimmer in the wall location into play above school grounds. Sure thing. Sure thing. Set the signs. Check your attach my story asset to the school grounds. Check your campaign log. Investigator is infected by the cyber virus. That investigator must search the collection for the cyber virus and begin the scenario with that in their hand. That's cool. I like that. Oh my god. What is all this other text? All right. Locations in the virtual dreamlands. During this scenario, locations be arranged in schematic depicted by their icons. Locations are adjacent orthogonally left and are not adjacent diagonally. Super easy. Adjacent locations are considered to be connected to one another. So locations are orthogonally adjacent. Dude, what's up with my hair? It's wild. Look at that. It's nuts. All right. Locations are adjacent orthogonally. Switching locations. Throughout the scenario, you may be instructed to switch two locations with each other. All right. When a location is switched with another location, they each take each other's place in the arrangement. All tokens, investigators, attachments, enemies, and other cards remain on the same location. They have moved with the location, only the arrangement has changed. For example, if one of the items and others switch. And then we got swarming. They just have, it's just a bit of everything. Just got to be prepared for everything and anything. All right. Kate's virtual dreamscape is strikingly realistic. You feel the tingle of each hair and smell the worms in the ground below you. All sensations are amplified by the direct stimulation of the sensorimotor cortex. In this world, it's difficult to distinguish between the simulated and the hallucinated. Each location is connected to each location adjacent to it. You approach the virtual school and pull open the double doors, only to reveal the solid brick wall behind it. The simulation appears to have been tinkered with. You'll need to find another way inside. Locations cannot be switched with each other. After an investigator reveals the entrance hall, we immediately advance. Discard all non-hidden, non-treachery cards from your hand. Lose all your resources and exhaust Maya. Disengage from each enemy. Okay, 1 second. This, for some reason, has broken my brain. Discard all non-hidden, non-treachery cards from your hand. Okay, so just discard all cards in your hand except for the bad ones. They really need to simplify in the game. Like, they just need, like, good cards, bad cards. Player cards are good. Other ones are bad. Discard all non-hidden, non-treachery cards from your hand. Lose all your resources and exhaust Maya. Disengage from each enemy engaged with you and move to any connecting location. Investigators at any location may activate this ability. Okay. She's just there with us, protecting us. All right, we are finally through that. Let's see what we got with our opening hands, shall we? That's an all right opening hand. Shuffle, shuffle. Okay, this goes away. Dream Diary can probably stay. Access key is nice. Let's get rid of these. Oh no, oh no. This is a rough start. It's a rough start for sure. But I mean, like, if we just get clues, it's not really a big deal. Spectral Razor is nice. I'm going to assume there are enemies in the deck. I mean, swarming, so yeah. Keep this. And then deal 2 to me. Oh, Tetsuo, baby. Okay. Our actions. Let us, Zoe can go first. She is going to play her sword and her cross. And then she's going to gain a resource. Oh, so sword, cross, resource. Okay, Daisy has some other choices to make. So we want to play a Dream Diary. We'll play this one. I only get 1 essence of the dream, even if I have 2 Dream Diaries ahead of me. Does anyone know? I mean, I think I'm going to play this. But if I was engaged with an enemy on a location with 4 shroud, it would add 4. It would be 6 wild. That is correct? Is that also correct? Because if so, that's pretty cool. All right, let's investigate at 4 to 1. Sorry, 5 to 1. -2. Okay. Okay. Let's get some cards. Bidda-doop. Bidda-doop. Oh, baby, that's nice. All right. Let's give this a shuffle, and let's see what this game has for us. Digital Corrosion. Test brain X, where X is the shroud value of your location. For each point you failed by, discard an asset from your play area and or from your hand. Man, they love getting rid of your cards in this game. There are no clues. Which clue on you? So it's just 4 to 1. Oh my god. So discard an asset from your play area and or from your hand. Sorry, Tetsuo, you just literally turned into dust. What do we got here? Non-Euclidean Geometry. Revelation. Put this card next to the act deck. After your location is switched with another location, draw the top card of the encounter deck. It's an action. Test foot or brain 4. If you succeed, discard non-Euclidean Geometry. I mean, that seems pretty good with this one, right? Lucky to save it? Nah, I'm okay with Tetsuo going. I'm okay with Tetsuo going here. We can find Beat Cop and then just focus on killing. Not too worried about Tetsuo. All right. Let's do this. We're going to investigate at... Oh, sorry, Dream Die. Essence of the Dream. Get into my hand. So I'm going to just keep Essence of the Dream, like, here, rather than drawing it into my hand. Because I'm probably going to commit it to cards right now. So we're going to investigate at 5 to 2. Sick. We will do this. We'll go 6 to 3 with the surprising find. You know. And then we'll go with this Essence of the Dream at 7 to 3. All right, thank you for that. Okay, Zoe, you once again, I mean, you can investigate at 2 to 1. That's not bad. But we're going to play No Stone Unturned first, I think. Okay. Grab Survival Knife. Deal 2 white. Action number 2. We will go 2 to 1. -2. All right. And then we'll gain a resource for our last action. All right. Upkeep. Upkeep. Let's see what we got here. First card. Future Evils, put into next to the agenda deck. After scenario cards adds any amount of Doom into play, add 1 additional Doom and discard Future Evils. After a scenario card. Okay. Sure thing, boss. And over here. Hey! Oh, never mind. I was like, an enemy! Zoe can do something! No, it's hidden. Okay, what do we got? Secretly add this card to your hand. At the end of the round, if there are no other investigators at your location and Manifested Whispers is in your hand, spawn it in your location. That's cool. That's cool. I would love it if my Monster Hunter could do something, but unfortunately not. I mean, luckily Zoe can just kill it when the time comes. Okay, let's investigate. This is 4, so we'll go 7 to 4 with this Essence of the Dream. -2, clues ours. Okay, if there are no more clues on the school grounds, put the set aside a shimmer in the wall location into play. Above school grounds. You cannot enter a shimmer in the wall except through the lightning bolt ability on Maya. Ah! Okay. Well. In that case, we're going to just spend our last 2 actions and a bunch of our resources to put this stuff into play. And then we'll step inside because we want Zoe to be able to react to what's here. Okay. Move to any connection. Investigators at any location may activate this ability. All right, so we revealed this. So let's just read the flavor. There's a digital fissure between the simulated walls of the school. Perhaps Maya can regenerate your virtual avatar through the breach. After entrance hall is switched with another location. If you're at entrance hall, draw 1 card and gain 1 resource. Group limit once per round. Desk chairs float around the entrance. The simulation has been corrupted. Super sick, super cool. I love the idea. After entrance hall, switch with another location. If you're at entrance hall, draw 1 card and gain 1 resource. So we revealed this, so we advance. Oh, I see. This just stays here. It's not attached to the act deck. You just put it next to the act deck. Sure. All right. It doesn't take long for you to realize that something is horribly wrong. The interior is tangled in an impossible maze of hallways and spreading off into every direction. The school simulation has been completely corrupted. It will be impossible to find the children without first restoring the layout 1 segment of code at a time. Put the set-aside undefined room locations into play in the area around the entrance hall according to the following schematic of icons. Say no more. All right. Moon goes here. Circle goes here. Diamond. Sorry, up here, triangle goes there. Plus sign goes here. Which means congratulations, this room, you go there. Cool. All right, this is so far pretty neat. I'm digging it. The layout of the building has been scrambled into an impossible labyrinth. See you later, Chain Dreamer. Have a good one. You'll first need to restore the school to its former self before finding the pupils. A lightning bolt spend player clues as groups switch to adjacent locations with each other. And in the round, if the configuration of the school locations correspond to the following schematic, advance. All right, I'm going to write that down. Okay. So we have circle, square, triangle, plus sign, a squiggle, and a moon. Oh, you drew the symbols on the playmat where they needed to be? That's a great idea. That's an even better idea than this. Okay. So we need circle. Oh, what's this gross ass gray paint? Let's do yellow because, you know, a certain special someone would be really happy if we did it that way. Circle. Square. That looks like a circle. Square. That's a square. We have a triangle. We have a plus sign. We have a squiggle. And then a moon. Okay, so well, I can already... I'm worried. We'll wait. We'll wait to see what happens. We'll wait to see what happens. I'm just worried about these getting shuffled outside of my control. All right, so in a perfect world, this has to go all the way up there, huh? Well, luckily for the first switch, we can switch these two, right? These two can be switched. That's nice. And that covers moon down here. Square has to go up there, triangle there. It's only switch adjacent, yeah. All right. So that was Daisy. And now Zoe gets to go. She still doesn't have clues. So we're going to go 1 and then 2. If classroom K2 is adjacent to 4 other locations, each investigator at classroom K2 adds 1 tally mark next to their memories. Group limit once per game. Materials are composed in the classrooms are particularly detailed. Yeah, that's what I figured the difference where it was for the chosen act deck was where this all laid out, which is neat. Definitely neat. Okay. Zip, zip, zip. All right, let's upkeep. Let's upkeep. No, that's the worst card you can draw. And then, hey, look at me! I'm this guy. All right, 3 of 4. First card. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until 2 virtual encounter cards discarded. Draw 1 of the discarded virtual encounter cards. If it is a treachery, resolve its revelation effect another time. If it's an enemy, place this card under it as a swarm card. Virtual, okay. We would love to see an enemy, though. Test foot 6. Decrease the difficulty of this test by 1 for each of your memories. For each point you fail by, you must either take 1 horror or lose 1 resource. Was it 2 virtual? Oh yeah, I gotta do 2. And I choose 1 of them? Draw 1 of them. Thank God, because I don't want to do that one. Ooh, do we want to do this one? All right, what do we got? Pray. Thoughts. I can make this thing have swarm. When do you check? This is at the end of the round. So it would have been at the end of the last round. I don't want 2 of these. That's 12 damage. But this could just fucking kill me. So it said, discard cards on the top of the encounter deck until 2 virtual encounter cards are discarded. Draw 1 of the discarded virtual encounter cards. If it is a treachery, resolve its revelation effect an additional time. If it is an enemy, place this card underneath it as a swarm card. $12 damage. Attack it here, 11. Gain 2 resources. Attack it with this. It's not a leap. This can do more damage on it. The only thing is then Daisy's alone. But I mean, Daisy can use the Essence of the Dream to try to evade this guy, but then she's only up 1. Testing 2 to 4 on each of these. Like, I think Can she punch hers? Her punch is 2. I mean, this just kills me, right? We can use the lucky. I suppose we gotta take the swarming. And that sucks so much. Okay. We'll gain... Oh, sorry, this is his swarming card. We'll gain 2 resources, and then we will spend a resource to zap him for 1. This is a... if we even kill it, we have to get so freaking lucky. Oh my god. Okay. Deal this to my girl Daisy, please. All right. Oh, no. So we can be 6-3. That's not bad. But we also could just punch him at 6-3. All right. So Daisy's probably going to get out of this okay. -2. Get rid of this guy. Daisy, good job. What does Daisy do now? She just tries to get clues? One of the things I've discussed with the creator of this campaign and some others is putting maxes on treachery, damage, and horror, since that's theoretically 6 horror from 1 card. Yeah, that's theoretically 6 horror from 1 card twice. Like, that's nuts, right? Like, the thing is, as soon as you get a card that doubles, you have to ask yourself, what happens if all of these effects are doubled, right? So, like, yeah, this card with Daisy isn't too bad, right? And of this note, like, why is it a foot test other than just, like, being... Like, this realistically should be a brain test if it's about your memories, right? But this is something that's pretty common in custom campaigns. The balance is honestly the hardest part when it comes to making something. So, like... It's very normal for this to happen, and it's not like it's bad when it happens, but just when you play it, you're like, oh my god, I'm dying. I'm dead. Okay. Whoopsie doodle. What's Daisy? So Daisy attacked for the first one. Thank you, Dream Diary. I mean, I suppose I just try to get cards, right? Let's just try to get clues. I feel like in this game, can you make a card kind of whatever on the immediate threat? When you draw enough encounter cards in the scenario, enough bad chip pills, the game can get you without making cards super crazy. Honestly, CJM, that's incredibly accurate. This game is not about bombastic encounter cards. This game is about small mistakes, missteps, and the players losing tempo over the game enough that you're just going to come out ahead. Like, that's completely accurate. All right, let's investigate. 5-2. We really need a book. We really need more books that do things. Let's go. 5 minus 4 is 1, so we'll fail. We'll go again. That one is a success, though. We'll call that a victory. Okay. Zoe, good luck. So this guy only has 3. 3 ain't bad when we have a little. All right, we're gonna vicious blow this man. In one of the campaigns I'm playtesting currently, I got 2 mental trauma, 2 scenarios in a row as Joe Diamond. That's rough. Because as we learned with a certain millionaire, mental trauma begets mental trauma. Okay. So we're fighting this guy with the blade. We get +2 this, so we're at 7-3. That's pretty good. That's rough. That's rough. And he has retaliate? So we take 2 meat damage and 4 brain damage. We've probably just lost Zoe. We can try to evade this guy, so that's what we're going to do for our second action. We're going to try to evade him at 5-2. -4. We can be lucky. All right, so we've evaded this man, and he has Hunter. What the fuck were people thinking? All right, we're going to attack this guy while he's down at 6-3. Great. Oh, I guess I gotta draw a card off that. Let's see what we got. Okay. All right. Enemy phase. This guy's going to stand back up. We gain 2 resources, and then we'll ping him for 1 again. All that. 2 attacks. Up 4? Up 3? Up 4 for one of them, 3 on the other. Neither got through. That's fucking nutter butters. I mean, we're dead if we don't evade this guy. Yeah, checks phone. Oh, look, Julie's on her way home. Gotta go. Bye, everybody. Upkeep phase. All right, Darian's good. We can evade the guy again. We at least have a plan. This advances. All right, you hear a giggling laughter that echoes through the virtual landscape. Footsteps shuffle from somewhere nearby, growing steadily louder. A nightmarish fiend creeps out of the shadows. Oh, it's the Boogeyman. I mean, honestly, there's nothing scarier than this guy right here. This is the true Boogeyman. Standing 7 feet tall. Oh, it's James. With a white painted face, red ringed eyes, and unnatural yellow curly hair, the thing almost looks like a clown. But no real clown would ever wear the tattered, moldy yellow and black costume it's garbed in. No clown's eyes would ever be filled with such crazed menace. It smiles unnaturally wide, showing row upon row of sharp, triangular teeth. Upon its head, in an old-fashioned doctor's round reflector, around its neck hangs a stethoscope. It raises its fingers, and you can see that each finger ends in a long, old-fashioned hypodermic needle. This can only be every child's worst nightmare, and you instantly, almost instinctively, know that the creature must be the Boogeyman. If the investigators are at Act 2, which we are, we've done it, spawn the set-aside Boogeyman enemy at the entrance hall exhausted. All right, let's see what this frickin' guy does. No, we just need the Boogeyman. Massive Hunter cannot be damaged, evaded. Deals +1 horror for each hidden card in your hand. Regardless of the current act, shuffle the set aside the Boogeyman encounter set into the encounter deck along with the encounter discard pile. Sure thing, boss. Aha. Don't you want to play with me? Honestly, dude, I'm having a hard enough time as it is. Each location is connected to each location adjacent to it. At the start of the enemy phase, if the Boogeyman is in the same location as an avatar story asset, place 1 doom on that story asset. Sure. So, how do we do this? Does he just follow us around and you have to just take horror to get away from him? Get up, Maya. Is it purely run from him? I think so. You run, mostly swap rooms, use Maya. I don't want to say I don't like this scenario, but I don't think this is working, man. It's not working for me. My God, okay, like this is just... All right, it's our turns. Daisy, you gotta get out of here, man. There's a giant boogeyman here. Okay, let's go up here. Let's see what's working on up here. X is the total combined shroud of each adjacent revealed location. So 0. Oh, no, sorry, 2. Where's the library have to go? Down there? We could switch these cards. This is wild, man. This scenario is just a billion little things. I'm just like absolutely overwhelmed. Okay. Switch this. Yeah, let's hack the system. I will spend 2 clues and switch this location with this location. So we'll add 2 clues on it. And then we will try to get clues. We'll commit this Essence of the Dream as well. We're 5-0. Yep. Oh, yeah, you draw a fucking card. Oh, my God. I quit, man. Test Brain X. Man, this scenario, it's bad. Like, it's just... I'm having negative amounts of fun. All right, this isn't too bad. The shroud volume allocation is 0. 3-0 is... Are you fucking kidding me? I don't fail by any points, though. I failed by 0, so that's okay. I fail by 0, so I don't discard anything. That was what we call being lucky. All right, now let's investigate. Let's go back to this part now that we drew the card. Zoop. Zoop. All right, so we got to deal with that problem. The only downside is Zoe's about to die, and then Daisy's literally going to be in hell. Okay, we use this for the evade. We have to kill this man, but we also like have to evade this man. So let's start with the evade. We're 5-3. Gotta hope this works. -2, it does work, thank God. And then, this should be exhausted. Oh, I should have used this. I always forget to use the survival knife. Oh no, it was during the enemy phase, so I wouldn't have missed anything anyway. Wow, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the goddamn table. It's a pleasure to have you. I suppose we want to not give that to this person. Deal to white. I think this is the new turn. Cross is ready. Oh, I think you're right, actually. Let's bring Tetsuo out, because then we don't die. And then, as every monster fighter should want to do, we have to run. Do we? We can't kill this guy next turn, because then the boogeyman's just going to come and frickin' neutralize us. And then we take 2 damage. We can use Maya to get away. So that's something at least. That's not too bad, actually. Okay, we're going to attack this guy when he's on the ground. Hello. So we'll just attack at 6 to 3. Cool. If he takes a damage, goes to 3 here. That's not bad. Okay, upkeep phase. Hello. Oh, that's actually not great, but also not terrible. This guy stands up. We're going to gain 2 resources, but spend 1 of it to ping him, sending him to 4. This guy stands up. Encyclopedia is nice. We're here. Card. Come closer. Put come closer in your threat area. At the end of your turn, if you're not at the Boogeyman's location, discard come closer. Test. Rain 3. If you fail, move 1 location towards the Boogeyman. I like that. That's cool design. That one's neat. Sure. We'll test 3 to fucking 4. Oh my god. 3 to 4. Let's go. Boop. Alright, if you fail, topmost hidden card and draw it. Shuffle the encounter deck. Do we discard cards? Search. Alright, so I can just put this in here and then just search. Oh, that's cool. Hello! And that surges, of course. Hey, look at that. Spawn any empty location. After glitch in the system location is switched from another location, place 1 doom on glitch in the system. Go here. No one likes you. Okay. All right, step 1. We're going to make a brain test. 5 to 4. 6 to 4. Cool. Get rid of that non-Euclidean geometry. We've done it. Okay, we don't want to move these locations here, so we're just going to grab some clues. Test at 5 to 0. That's good, 5 to 0. That's great. And the worst part is once we get and do everything and switch all this stuff, we're still going to have some other chores we need to do. All right. Let's go. Let's fight this man. We have 6 to 3. -2. We'll spend a charge. So deal +1 damage for this attack, killing half of this elite creature with crazy amount of hit points. That was good. Heal horror with a blade. Oh, baby. Good call. And a draw card. I'm probably going to be discarding that card this turn, so... Oh, take the initiative is really bad here. This guy a zap. He's at 6, 3, 5. It's not enough. Okay, we're going to try to zap this guy with the Spectral Razor. We're attacking at 8 to 3. That's fine with me. He's not elite, so he's going to take 3 damage. We can punch him with the blade again. I mean, if we miss, we get retaliated on. That's so rough. We're going to punch him with the blade and commit a blade. So we are 7 to 3. Cool. He's going to take 2 damage. And then we're going to use Maya to get out of here. End of our turn, we're testing 4 to 3. Oh, why would we pass that test? All right, this guy moves in here, and we take 2 brain damage. We do gain a resource, though. Yes! And I suppose maybe we can keep him around to just soak a bit of damage for us before he just gets gorped. I guess this guy's also with us, huh? That's fine. We'll then fight back with this. So we'll fight it at 6. 6 to 2. All right. It's dead. Get out of here. Okay, I'll keep face. Oh, and this guy also hunts. Let's bring him up here. Oh, baby, deduction. It's garbage. It's garbage right now. 2. What do we got here? Hidden peril. Secretly add this card to your hand. At the end of your turn, if the boogeyman is at your location or adjacent location, search your deck and discard pile for own weakness and draw it, then discard this card. Man, where's the, like, foot bad card of just being like... Every card is a haymaker. It's nuts. Let's put this here. On the plus side, from the looks of it, I haven't seen any cards that change this, which is the thing I was most worried about. Okay. It's our turns, though. Okay, what can we do as Daisy to help everyone out? Well, we need to leave Maya for Zoe. We need to leave Maya with Zoe. Okay. I can do things this turn. Let's have Zoe go first. And she's going to, with Maya, move. She discards this card. Hello, I'm a clown! So then she's going to move here. This guy is going to engage me. We're going to gain a resource, but then spend that resource, putting us back down to 0 to deal 1 damage to this guy, killing him. All right. Solved one problem. For no actions. All right, so we can kind of like, maybe like even like do something here. We're gonna test this. Oh man, that's awful. We need Daisy to test that, but getting them both here. And I suppose we can spend the clues as a group no matter what. They don't need, so Daisy, we could switch some locations here. Where does this card need to end up? Moon's down there. All right, so we don't want to switch those ones. We could switch these two. Sure, let's spend 2 of Daisy's clues to switch these 2 locations. Zip, Zop. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we're just going to add a sanity to show that this one's in the right place. Where's Square? Square's there. Okay. So then we can spend 2 more clues, because this is just a lightning bolt. We can spend 2 more clues to move switch this one with this one. So that puts 2 clues on this location. And its shroud is currently 2, which is super doable. And this location is now also in the right spot. So then all we need to left to do for switching is switch this one over here, which we don't want to do because Mr. Boogeyman's right there. Okay. Okay. All right. Zoe still has 3 actions left. We're going to draw a card. Fuck. Oh, we have 2 actions left. Get out of here. You're garbage. No one likes you. All right, Daisy, you're up. We're going to play Dr. Milan Christopher for action number 1. And then for action number 2, we're going to investigate at 6 to 2. I'll take a clue and a resource. We'll do it one more time, 6 to 2. Sick. Clue and a resource. Not a clue, not a resource, just a clue. Just a clue. Okay. Enemy phase, so this is at the end of your turn. This guy's gonna hop over. Here is good. There is good. Do this. Okay, upkeep. One, two, three. Oh, a virtual Byakuya. I love it. That sounds fun, doesn't it? Attach to that enemy and spawn the location farthest from you. Hunter. You're garbage. You're garbage and no one likes you. I just want you to know that, Mr. Virtual Byakuya. You are poop. You're poop. You hear me? You're a big old pile of poop. Upkeep phase. All right, we're at 3. Let's see what haymakers the deck has for us this time. Totally fine. Peril. Test brain or foot 4. If you fail, either move the boogeyman to your current location or the boogeyman immediately attacks you. All right, 3 to 4. Whoa. +0. Daisy! All right, so we'll fail. He'll move to our location or he immediately attacks you. So I'm going to assume he has to move to our location. Because he cannot attack. It doesn't say attack regardless of his location. Get up, Maya. Maya. All right, so he lives in a pineapple under the sea. SpongeBob SquarePants, and the importance is he. Do. All right, less important update note, he will be clarifying that the Byaki causes the library to move doesn't spawn clues. Some people thought the library wording was ambiguous. You know, I don't get that because it says after you move the library, after you switch library with another location, and this guy's switching the locations. But I get, you know, more clarifying is always good, but I don't get that, that stuff because this is you and you move it through this guy, he's moving it because no one likes him, he's a poo-poo caca. All right, Daisy, you're first. 1, 2, and then you're going to do this action, test book. So we're testing 5. Oh, I guess I'll take 2 horror from walking away from the dude. Someone in the playtest group read it as you physically switch rather than you caused the switch. That's reasonable, that's fair. Like I said, it's reasonable. I didn't get it that way, but I'm also an idiot in other ways. So I don't think that just because I'm saying that, it means that it's the right thing to do. To keep it that way. Clarifying it is definitely the better choice. Okay, so Daisy moved here, and then she's going to test. She's currently testing 6. We'll go 8. 8 to 0. 5. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, that's nice. Starting to feel like we're going to get out okay. At least for the time being. Move, did this. All right, Zoe, you got some switching you need to do. Beluga Bliss Games, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the goddamn table. It's a pleasure to have you. Thanks for hanging out. Okay. Oh, this dude's also with her. Because she moved through that. That's okay. She'll just get chunked twice. Uh-oh. Oh, you know who's going to get chunked twice instead for the second one? It's going to be Tetsuo. Was Monday to Thursday a permanent move for your solo stream? I was thinking it was still going to be Mondays unless you said otherwise. Yeah, I was kind of just like, even this Thursday isn't set in stone. I'm kind of just seeing what happens and what works best for me, Sayonara. That's why I'm kind of just like rolling the dice and seeing what makes me happiest. 1, 2. So let's switch the locations. Let's do that while we're here. Because I think we only need like 1 or 2 more switches. We want to switch these 2. And then we want to switch these two. PJ Frigate, thank you so much. Or Frigate? Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the goddamn table. I'm actively trying to strong-arm him into Arkham Thursdays. I mean, the Arkham Thursdays are doing well from both user engagement and then also, like, subscribers and bit donations. If the best way to get something locked in is to just have it always be a thing. And, like, just keep showing support and being like, we love it! We love it! Anyways, we have circle plus squiggle is here. Square is there. Triangle's there. And moon is there. Let's advance. If the Boogeyman, when the school simulation has finally been restored, a choir of children's voices cry out, insane with terror from the school's intercom system. What did you do? We scrambled the school so the Boogeyman couldn't find us. It's coming to eat us. You realize now that the corruption of the school and the Boogeyman itself are not an outside influence. It is the manifestation of the children's insanity, the personification of their fears. What could have driven them to the edge of sanity? Oh, probably Big Papa H. Regardless if you convince them that the monster stems from their own simulated imagination, perhaps you can save them before they are completely consumed by terror. If the Boogeyman is not in play, spawn him, and then reveal all unrevealed locations. So we got the cafeteria. This test gets +2 difficulty. If you succeed, discover an additional clue at this location. That's cool. I like that design. Oh, Amos guy. Oops, I dropped something. Well, whoever finds it can have it. Thank you for the 500 bits, Amos guy. We appreciate the support. Thank you for that. I'm having a good time today. Even if I have some issues with this scenario, I will stand by what I said in the first one. I think the designer of these scenarios, DG Noah, thank you so much for 100 bits. That's 600 bits on the day. Thank you guys so much for the support. It allows me to play more Arkham, and also this money is going right into buying the Mother's Embrace game, or whatever it's called when it comes out. As I was saying, I think the design ideas... Oh, it keeps coming. DG Noah, 1,000 bits. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate it. It means so much to me. Thank you guys. 1,600 bits on the day. I love it. Thank you so much. Now, I think the designs... I forgot a 0. That's funny. I think the design and the idea and the story for what the designer is trying to tell is incredible. The flavor that they also were able to achieve with everything that's happening is like chef's kiss good. I just think the balance is a bit messy right now. In all fairness, balance is the hardest part. And it also sounds like they're still working on the balance, which is great to see, right? Because with my games, they're a mess for a very long time, and it's just endless balancing that has to come with it. And I think with balancing, this is has the potential to be a fantastic campaign. Okay. Zoe. Oh, I guess I have to resolve this. Randomly attach each set-aside avatar to classroom, gymnasium. Okay. Let's grab some avatars. Shovel. Okay. Randomly set aside each, so classroom, sorry, let's reveal this as well. Gymnasium. After an enemy engages you at this location, test put 4. If you succeed, disengage from it until the end of your turn. That enemy cannot engage you. Nice. Oh, okay, cool. Great to know. Okay, so we have to spawn a guy in the gymnasium. So we got William. William can chill for a bit. Nice pixel effect on that, by the way, the little triangles. Mother's Embrace is already out? Is it? I thought it said March 23rd when I checked last night. March 23rd. Comes out March 23rd. Planned release date. Add it to my wish list. I should buy it. Okay, so next one. Where do we not spawn them? Not the cafeteria and the biology lab. I can't read, sorry, but as pre-purchase sale now? Yeah, I'm going to pre-purchase it after this stream. It's okay, I can't read as well. Reading is apparently the hardest thing for me to do. If the Boogeyman is at a location with a story asset, move that avatar story asset to the cafeteria. Okay, 1 second as well. That's the start of the enemy phase. Okay, cafeteria. Where's the dude? Where's the Boogeyman? Here he is. He's having a good time. So this guy moves to the cafeteria. All right, let's meet these children, shall we? If the Boogeyman is at your location above or below... Oh, you punch David in the face. You're like, fuck you, David! You idiot! All right. All right, so the switching looks like it's still going to be coming into hand here. I did talk to the creator, and he's toning down decoherence, the 6-foot test treachery. I think, honestly, that's the only thing... Oh, no, I'll save my thoughts till the end. Because I think this scenario is really cool, but there was a moment when I was having little to no fun with it. Test brain 2. So you don't punch Elma, but you punch David. William, foot 2, above and below. Tilda, above or below. All right, just one of each. Okay. Spend clues as a group. 2 clues. Switch to adjacent locations. If the Boogeyman is defeated, we advance. You must help the children overcome their nightmare before they are consumed by it. Now that you're familiar with the architecture of the school, perhaps you can modify it to your advantage. Oh, baby, let's go. Okay, it is Zoe's turn. So now we're not concerned about this virtual Byakuya doing things. So we're going to engage this guy for action 1, which is going to give us a resource which we're going to use to just ping him. Then we're going to attack him with the enchanted blade. We have 6 to 2. -2, so that will defeat him, but Justin remembered this time. Heal all damage from them instead. Then discard this card. All right, and then we will attack him again with the blade. He's also turning down the health on the enemy that you got swarmed. It'll be less brutal. Yeah, honestly, those 2 changes, I think will do it. This sounds like the game you're making, except much more complicated. It is probably like the game I'm making, but much more complicated, Cyanor. You probably nailed it. We'll fight this. I mean, I'm okay with this guy going here. I really want to save the charges on this. And then we can use Tetsuo to give Daisy an old book of lore, which would be huge. Punch man. That's an order. So we're going to just attack with the enchanted blade. 8 to 2. He'll take a damage. Okay. Enemy phase. All right, this guy moves here. So this one's at the start of the enemy phase. Dude, this is going to kind of be tricky. Things are going to need to go very perfect for us. This guy moves this. And I can get rid of these. And we also can clear the drawings. Okay. This guy attacks. He's going to kill Tetsuo. Tetsuo, thank you for your sacrifice. I'm going to have you look at the top 9 cards. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow, no items, huh? We're going to grab Surprising Find for our research, though. That's just a bit unlucky. Okay. Then we're going to fight him back with this. We're at 6-2. He's toast like a Christmas ghost. Upkeep phase. That's a good draw. We're at 4. Let's see what we got here. A secret. It's a secret. Furthest location from you. Sure, brother. Zoe needs something to do after all, right? Okay, I think the plan here is pretty simple. We let Zoe go first, and Zoe moves up here. The Byakuya shows up and says, hey, I know you. So we're going to zap it with the cross. Sorry, we just don't gain the resource. And then let's attack him at 6-4, 6-3. Cool, he'll take a damage. We'll just attack him again at 6-3. Sick. He's dead. Wicked has been smought. No more. Okay. This one's foot. All right, I'm ready. And we could move here. Move this here. And then we switch him into the corner. We put baby in the corner. We want to avoid switching the library if we can. Okay. Daisy is going to move 1, 2 up here, and then she's going to try to parlay with William. Foot 3. So we have 3 all. This will put us to, 1, so 3, 4, 5. 5-3 probably isn't enough. And we want to be sure we pass this. So we're going to go 9-3. I know that's a bit extreme, but we just had to be sure we passed it. So we got to draw a card. Hi, research librarian. All right, but we parlayed with this guy. You catch up with the boy that is frantically running around and calm him down by convincing him that the boogeyman will never actually reach him, as it is only means to scare him. When the nightmare stops dead in its tracks in front of you, the boy finally sighs in relief. Without the sustenance of the child's fear, the creature's wicked arms and legs shrink to a more comprehensible size. You can call me Will. I'm in charge of the ship's navigation systems and docking procedures. You tell him to wait for you outside and he complies without hesitation. See you later, Will. Boom, boom, boom. Let's kind of move here. We take 2 horror. My calculations were wrong. But that's okay. Daisy's just going to get absolutely fucking pounded in a corner right now. The above and below is really tricky. It's really tricky. All right, well, there's not much we can do. Hello, I'm the Boogeyman. Hello, I am just a Byakhee. So we're going to take 3 horror, but we'll cancel 1 of it. And then we take 1 damage. Zoe gets this thing. Oh, it's at the end of the round. Even fucking better. Okay. Upkeep phase. This guy will engage her. She's just going to zap it with her cross. Okay. We are at 5 of 10. Evil card number 1. Honestly, that's actually pretty good. This is actually totally fine. We're testing 4-all. We want to fail. Great. So good. All right, let's go here. Oh, this one sucks. So that means we just do this. Oh, wait, no. This one's not as bad with her. Let's deal this back to... This one's only 2-all. For each point you fail by, you must take a horror or lose a resource. Let's go. -2. All right, so we're failing by 2, you say. Let's move 2 resources. Okay. There's a lot you can do here. There's a lot of actions we can take. The above below to parlay is tricky, but I like it as an alternative. Oh no, I agree. Like the parlay, this is really cool. The above and below is tricky. The adjacent, I understand why the designer didn't, especially because of these ones, right? Because then it's 1, 2, 3 possible locations. And with they just wanted it in 1 location. It's going to be a lot of work. And we only have 5 turns left. So it's a little bit tricky. If Zoe failed, that would have been great. But she did not. Okay, this is tricky. So let's say we move Zoe inside here. She tries to kill this fucker. And then hopefully she doesn't miss. Because we have to say goodbye to a lot of good cards to flee. I need to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Switch these two. So let's say she goes away. Let's say Zoe goes first. Let's say Zoe goes first, and then she investigates at 5 to 2. Oh, God. All right. Zoe will move in here for action number 2. And then she is going to engage this guy for action number 3, gaining a resource. The engage causes the Boogeyman to hit you. Yeah, I suppose it does, doesn't it? I suppose that's how the rules work, isn't it? We gotta do it, though. Like, Daisy's the only one who can get shit done here. So Daisy's gonna move out. She's gonna get chonked. But I think Dr. Milan is going to get chunked instead. So that was 1. And Zoe. This turn's going to hurt. This turn's going to hurt you. I just need you to know that. Oh, but I guess she could get away with this. And the Boogeyman comes down here. Assuming we put this there. Suppose Zoe could do this. Let's have Zoe go. She can move. She's going to get pounded either way, right? Unless... Okay. Okay, no. Okay. In that case, Zoe should have actually probably just not even moved in there. No, she should have, I think. Yeah. Daisy will investigate at 7 to 2. Sorry, we'll keep the essence. 6 to 2. Nice. We'll grab a Clued. We'll then spend 2 of our clues to move these 2 locations. So she gets to draw a card and gain a resource. We could also put that on... We're going to give it to you instead. That's really good. Okay. So enemy phase. We can actually... this guy can move here first. Okay, 1 second. If this guy moves here, we're fucked. If this guy moves here, we're fucked. If this guy moves here, we're also fucked. But we can maybe do something. If he moves here, this guy moves here, switches these 2. No, but then the Boogeyman comes with him. Oh my god, this is frustrating. This reminds me so much of Undimensioned and Unseen with the Bird of Yog-Sothoth, where you just have to you have like, you You have to hope things line up perfectly for you. We move him here. Then we switch these two. Fuck. Oh, this is a nightmare because then we're going to get 2 Doom place next turn. Ah, that sucks. But, I mean, what else can we fucking do, right? Upkeep. Upkeep. Hey, finally, our old book of lore. 6 of 10. Byakuya is MVP. Okay, sure. Test 3 to 4. Yeah. Cool. Luke breaks several scenarios in this campaign, which is fair because since he does that every campaign. Yeah, that's just kind of like Luke's specialty, by the way. That is Surge. Any empty location. Sure, go here. Okay. We need clues. Come here. Getting 2 is probably good. I think realistically getting all 4 kids is going to be way above our pay grade. All right. Daisy's going to move in here. She is going to attempt to research her location. Oh, I get one of these at the start of my turn. Oh, baby. All right, Daisy is going to go 6 to 2 with this deduction. That's, you'll love to see it. We'll grab 2 clues. This could potentially cause us to actually do something. For her last action, she's going to attempt to talk to this person. At 5 to 2, we'll go up to 7 to 2. Oh, baby. Hello, Tilde. You persuade the anxious girl that the monster's simple artificial intelligence can easily be outwitted and avoided. She observes the boogeyman's movements and finally nods in agreement. You both watch as the tattered clown's head deflates like a balloon and its voice garbles into gibberish. The girl thanks you for your help. My name is Tilde. I'm in charge of the ship's digital mainframe and cybersecurity. I've had a headache for a while, but now I'm feeling much better. She carefully navigates around the boogeyman and exits the school building. Add this card to the victory display. We've done it. So he moves here. Stand up, Maya. Realistically, if things go very well, okay, I have a plan. And that plan is 1, 2, hello you, I hope you're having a good time. We'll gain a resource, and we'll ping him to lose the resource, and then we're just going to attack him at 6 to 2. He's defeated. Okay, so the only downside is we really got to pass this 4-3 test. So, in that case, we're going to go 6 to 3. Nice. Okay. The Boogeyman. So here's an avatar. We place a doom, which places an additional doom because of this. This guy then moves here. And she's going to take 2 damage. The Byakhee is going to move down there. Okay. And then we go up to 9. This is our last turn. Sure, that's life, right? Sure, that's also just life. Okay. Let's go. Step 1, add this to our hand as Daisy. Step 2, get hit in the brain by this man. Step 3, talk to her. Oh, I didn't do upkeep. Let's do upkeep. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. All right. Step 2, talk to Alma, which is a Brain 2 test. We're at 3, 4, 5, 6. I think -4 is the worst. Cool. We've spoken with her. Add this card, with patience and care, you reassure Alma and persuade her to open her eyes and carefully scrutinize the simulated nightmare. Through her fingers, she finally notices the subtle discrepancies that can only be observed from specific angles, thus breaking the illusion of the dreadful monster. Without the sustenance of Alma's fear, the Boogeyman's 1,000 yellow teeth fall out of its gaping maw and shatter across the ceramic floor. Thanks for helping us. I'm Alma, and I'm in charge of environmental controls in the ship. It's really cold. I need a jacket. The little girl strolls out of the school without fear. Add this card to the victory display. And then Daisy's final action is going to be to move up here. And then Zoe is going to move here for action 1. Spend Daisy's 2 clues to switch these locations. So we are going to lose a victory. We are going to lose victory here, but that's honestly okay because we're going to gain it hopefully on David. Zoe's second action is going to be to try to talk with David. She has 5 to his 2. We'll go 6 to 2 with this ward of protection. Good thing we did. 6 minus 4 equals 2. You calm down the boy hiding under their desk and manage to convince him that the Boogeyman is no match for your combined strength and confidence. Oh, I'm not just punching him in the face? He stands up and yells towards the fiendish monstrosity, "We're not scared of you! You're just a clown!" The abomination cries out in pain as its hypodermic claws shrink and morph into limp red gloves. The boy introduces himself as David. I'm in charge of the engines and the main power. I've been feeling awfully sick lately, but thank goodness my stomach finally stopped hurting. You tell David to wait for you outside the school, and he quickly runs off. Add this card to the victory display. If there are 4 reintegrated story cards in the victory display, the Boogeyman is defeated. We've done it. Without fear and terror of its victims' minds to prey on, the horrific digital monstrosity deflates like a balloon and dissipates into the simulation. Resolution 3. Dude, these reminiscences can just die in a fire. Well played, Justin. That was cool. Thank you. Thank you. Outside, the sun comes out and it appears to be a beautiful spring day. Why not swapping the upper 2 locations? Oh, damn, next. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. I was just so tunnel visioned in my plan, I didn't even realize I should have done that. Yeah, 100%. That's such a blunder on my part. Damn it. Well, you know, I cost myself 1 experience for that. That's only fair. Outside, the sun comes down and it appears to be a beautiful spring day. Inside, the halls are clean and orderly with brightly painted pictures on the walls. The children themselves, who at first appeared dirty and disheveled, now appear clean and neat in school uniforms. They are overjoyed that the boogeyman and all the bad people are finally gone. They understand that they can never return home and that their families are long dead. But that does not mean much to diminish their happiness, and there is no more boogeyman to scare them, and they have a real teacher to take care of them again. The virtual dreamscape is now filled with happy, loving children. In your campaign log, we were fully restored the sanity of Kate. Any investigator may choose to add this to their deck. Kate? At the start of the round, choose an investigator. That investigator gets an additional action during their turn, which can only be used to activate. I mean, yeah, I'm going to put that in one of our decks. I would be dumb not to. Holy heck, it's permanent. Maybe, though, it turns against me later. Like, Haster's like, you thought you saved Kate, but now you're dumb. Oh, that's 25%. Where's the 100 one? There's more in here. It just gets better. Permanent. During the investigation phase, choose an investigator. That investigator gets an additional action during their turn, which may only be used to scan. Oh, that is much nicer. It's not a reaction. And after an investigator performs a scan, that investigator may draw a card or gain one resource. Holy hell. That's neat. I like that design. Just like how, depending on how many kids you save, the better rewards you get. If at least one copy of Reminisce, which is there's 2 copies. We're going to add another tablet to the bag. That is neat. I'm interested to see how the balance is going forward, because right now, like the evade one, it's just, that's going to put a tablet in your bag no matter what. I'm interested to see how that pays off going forward. We get Victory X. Womp womp. I mean, the only downside is we would have had to draw an encounter card, right? Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5's still pretty all right. But I'm upset with myself. I am. Interlude 1, mission briefing. Excuse me, I'm just going to drink some water. Check the campaign log. If you were transported to the virtual dreamlands by Maya, by our own means. Mission briefing 2. The virtual dreamscape around you swirls into a flurry of ephemeral blue and dissipates away as you could disconnect from the virtual dreamscape. Sorry, 1 second. And stumble out to the ultimate familiar cryosleep chamber. Kate is now fully cooperative and will help you in any way it can. The supercomputer starts by briefing you on the recent events that have unfolded on the Tatterdemalion. The crew of the Tatterdemalion was composed of worshippers of Hasters, one of the ancient ones that descended upon Earth. The cultists recently undertook a mission to free Tassilda, daughter of Haster, rumored to be imprisoned on an asteroid codenamed Fragment. Interesting. The ship managed to rendezvous with Fragment and deployed several survey teams to search the temples upon it. Before your current mind was implanted, you were one of the cultist explorers destined to awaken Tassilda. After a few weeks of survey, one of the teams retrieved a slab of alien hieroglyphs and ordered Kate to begin a translation. Another team reported to have found the inner chambers where Tassilda resided and destroyed the imprisoning sigils. They were never heard from again. You and your fellow cultists swiftly withdrew from the asteroid before the princess of Carcosa could awaken and attack the Tatterdemalion. Content that such were the risks one took worshipping gods of pure chaos. You did not mourn your lost companions. The ship was set to return to the inner solar system. Your mission has been a success. You had finally freed Tassilda, the daughter of Haster, who might soon be elevated by her father to become a new ancient one. Spicy. While most of the cultists entered cryosleep for their journey home, Kate was busy analyzing the alien runes. When the translation was complete, the computer learned of the story titled Heir to Carcosa. The knowledge caused it to go insane and slaughter all of the waking crew out of terror. The ship was left in turmoil, drifting without sense through space, until Kate brought you back into the world from the archives in a final cry for help. You now understand what you must do. Although Earth is no longer the home it used to be, humanity still exists, spread out throughout the colonies in the solar system, living in fear and in isolation. If being named Tasilda, heir to Carcosa, would be exalted by her father, there is no doubt that she will decide to reign over humanity's colonies with the madness of Carcosa. You must atone for your past sins and eliminate the entity before she can be elevated to godhood. Unfortunately, the last recorded positions of Fragment were among the data lost during the initial corruption. However, Kate was able to retrieve a few leads from the ship's itinerary. You'll need to traverse the solar system to locate the coordinates of the asteroid and prevent Tasilda's ascension. The investigators may choose to watch a simulated performance of the translated play. If do, read Heir to Carcosa. That's probably going to give us some mental trauma. But let's do it. All right. Oh my god, I'm going to have to read forever. The program begins with your royal family of Yatil cowering before the King in Yellow, avatar of Haster. For the next 3 hours, you witness a horrifying creative work full of betrayal, intrigue, and horror. The story unfolds thus. After claiming Yatil and absorbing it into Carcosa, the King in Yellow took the insane Princess Camellia as a consort. Before her death, the princess bore the Ancient One 3 children, who became fosterlings of Haster. Dude, she fucked Haster. They were 2 boys, named Thothet and Tassilok, and a girl named Tasilda. While normal seemed at first, the children developed many of the physical characteristics and powers of their father. This transformation was viewed by their mother as yet another of Carcosa's many corruptions. It was the final blow to Camilla's mind, causing her heart to stop from despair and grief. For some time, the royal trio lived with their sire in Carcosa. Evil beings serving loyally at the foot of their father, but soon, like their mother, uncle, and grandmother before them, the princes and princess of Carcosa began to whisper, squabble, and plot. They had dreams of power and succession. Eventually, Thothet and Tassilok unwisely moved against their father. Haster was aware of the plot all along and easily avoided their traps. Gotcha! In a way too horrible to describe, he destroyed both of his sons. His daughter, Tasilda, who knew of her siblings' plot but refused to take part in it, was spared. But she had done nothing to warn her father, choosing to wait and see if the plot was successful before committing to a course of action. For her silent betrayal, Tasilda was punished. Her father, he who should not be named, sealed her into her home, which the Ancient One tore free of Carcosa and hurled out into space. Her father claimed that in an inevitable time she will be released and granted all that she desires. Record in your campaign log that you have watched the performance to Carcosa. A performance. Each investigator suffers 1 mental trauma. I mean, we saw that coming. If an investigator controls the heir to Carcosa weakness, they may add 2 tally marks next to their memories. Well, fuck me, I guess. All right. The search for the Tatterdemalion. You and your companions seek the coordinates of the asteroid Fragment to prevent the ascension of Tasilda, daughter of Haster. Upon analyzing the remaining data aboard the ship, Kate and you have decided on 3 traces that are worth investigating. However, time is of the essence. You may want to visit the destination you think will be most valuable first. Oh, it's like Dunwich! Oh, man, I love it. I love this kind of stuff. The investigators must choose one of the following traces that have not already been chosen. If you cannot, skip to Interlude 2, Introspection. Trace 1. The last destination of the Tatterdemalion before traveling to the Fragment was a research laboratory on a stray asteroid called Elbrus. This specific facility was built to study and experiment with the materials that exhibit quantum-like behavior. You aren't sure what the cultists were hoping to achieve there, but perhaps these scientists could steer you in the right direction. Trace 2. Thorough analysis of Tatterdemalion's history has revealed the evidence of hacking into the mainframe of this Earth survey vessel named the Nostalgia 2. If you can establish contact with the crew, maybe you can figure out what the cultists were looking for. Trace 3. The Tatterdemalion appears to have landed on one of Saturn's moons several times in the past few years. The ship's log recorded those operations as negotiations. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. Kate notes that this is particularly strange as there are no known human outposts this far out in the solar system. You can pay a visit to these coordinates to figure out what these negotiations consist of. Okay. So, I think we're going to do Shadow of the Earth. Shadow of the Earth first. So, we can recall. Throw this junk in here. So, I think we're going to do in Shadow of the Earth first. Then Strange Moons, then Lost Quantum. Super sick. I like that feature a lot. Okay. This can once again go with Daisy. So, let's talk about this scenario briefly because I've already been talking for the last forever. I think this scenario is cool. And I think the idea of it is super fun and exciting. Unlike the last scenario, I actually had fun playing it. And I think not going into it blind in the future... Sick, Julie's on her way home. I think not going into it blind in the future would be really fun. So I think this scenario is super awesome, and I had a good time. However, I think it's still a bit bad on its balance side. As Taryn Sheff, you were saying, some of the changes the designer is already planning to make. And I think with some tweaking, some changes, and I think right now the kind of consistent thing is that there's just a lot of haymakers from the Mythos deck. It's just like, whoa, bam! I think as well there is a little bit of a flavor dissonance for me. How when you start stopping David, like you start saving the kids, they say the Boogeyman is getting less and less scary, but he stays... Oh, fuck, we should have been taking more horror. He stays the same scary as he is. So I messed up the Boogeyman completely. In all fairness, that is memory... issue triggered trinket text for sure. I think that honestly probably could just go. I think that can just get out of there because I just think that, like, yeah, Daisy would have taken a bit more horror, right? When she moved out, and she actually would have died. I know she had the virtual access key. She was actually here, but I think that's just weird trinket text that should just be burned. Overall, though, really good time. Just needs balancing on the numbers IMO. Because, man, I was so upset. I was like... Because there was nothing I could have done to counterplay that, right? Either this guy needs to lose Retaliate, or he needs to be elite, and then the duplication grabs non-elite enemies. Like, honestly, the duplication idea, I get it. It's cool. I think it should grab, if you want to do it, it should grab non-elite enemies and make this guy elite. Because a double Byakuya or a double one of these other dudes, I think would be totally reasonable. Cool. See you guys next week when we go to In the Shadow of Earth. Goodbye, YouTube.